Today, I'm showing you the 7 investments that buy back your time. The next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through the exact investments that move you closer to financial freedom. Real simple, proven things that you can use even if you feel behind. And I'm going to do it in a step-by-step roadmap so you always know what the next move is. I'm also going to show you the part that almost everyone gets wrong, and I'll share the moment when one investment changed how I saw money forever. That part is later in the video, so stay with me for that. This video took a lot of time to research, write, and build because I want it to be something you could come back to whenever you feel stuck. So let's make it worth it. You clicked because you wanted to know what financial freedom investment looks like. So let me give you the answer right now. Financial freedom comes from buying back your time, not from being rich, not from having a fancy house, and not from chasing the perfect stock pick. It comes from simple investments that grow on their own, give you room to breathe, and help you build a life where money is no longer the loudest voice in the room. And everything I'm about to show you works even if you don't make a lot right now. Stick around because the third investment on this list is the one most people avoid, even though it's the one that changes your life the fastest. The first investment that buy back your time is a high yield safety net. Some people call it an emergency fund. I call it cash freedom. Here's why. When you have 3 to 6 months of money saved in a high yield account, you stop living in fear of your next bill. You stop taking every extra shift just to stay afloat. You stop saying yes to things you don't want to do because you're scared of losing your job or short on rent. Cash freedom is not about making you rich. It's about giving your brain space. When your brain feels safe, you make better money choices. This one simple investment lets you slow down just enough to plan the rest of your life. This is the foundation. Without it, every other investment feels stressful, risky, or rushed. Most people skip this step. Don't be one of them. You need this, and smart people never outgrow it. The second investment is index funds. If you ever wonder how normal people build wealth without reading charts all day, this is how. Index funds let you buy a tiny piece of hundreds of companies at once. You don't need to guess which stock wins. You're buying the whole game. This matters because freedom doesn't come from being right all the time. It comes from being consistent. Index funds grow slowly, but they grow strong. They grow while you sleep, while you work, while you're at your kid's school, or while you're on a walk. Think of them like a quiet helper in the background of your life. Even if the market drops, history shows it comes back harder and higher. But here's the part everyone forgets. The goal isn't to get rich fast, it's to have money that works harder than you do. And that brings us the investment that changed everything for me and will probably be the same for you. This is the investment most people skip because it doesn't feel like an investment. It's skills that raise your income. You can buy stocks, buy crypto, buy gold, buy real estate, but if your income never grows, the road to freedom starts slow and stressful. When you learn a skill that helps you make more, even a little more, everything becomes easier. More income means more you can save, more you can invest, more you can buy back, more choices with your life. Skills are the investment that multiply everything else. For me, it was learning how to explain money in simple words. That one skill unlocked a career, a brand, and new freedom. For you, it might be better writing, better tech skills, project management, sales, real estate knowledge, or even improving how you talk to people. Small skills change big futures. Stay with me because the next investment gives you something most people never feel, which is peace. The fourth investment is paying off debt, especially high interest debt. Most people think debt payoff is not an investment, but it is, because every dollar you pay off gives you a return that is guaranteed, something no stock or property can promise. If your credit card rate is 24%, paying down that card gives you a 24% return. That's insane. No stock gives that every year. Debt freedom also buys back your time because it removes one of the worst things in the world, the feeling of falling behind. Once you kill your bad debt, your income becomes yours again. Your money finally feels like it belongs to you. And when you mix this with the next investment, things start getting real. The fifth investment is simple real estate. Not Airbnbs, not luxury flips, not giant rental buildings that need renovations every week. I'm talking about basic long-term rentals in stable areas where people want to live. The type of home a family rents for years because they want peace. This kind of real estate buys back your time because once it's set up, it runs slow and steady. Nothing crazy, nothing dramatic. It's a small stream of rent that helps cover your own costs and builds equity without you doing much. Even if you don't buy a home yet, learning about real estate early is an investment that pays for decades. But the next investment is even more powerful because it works in every economy. The sixth investment is only something you create. This could be a YouTube channel, a digital product, a blog, an online course, a template, a book, a simple website, a tool you sell, or even a skill people pay you to teach. These digital assets can pay you over and over without needing you every second. You make something once and it can live online forever. Even if it only makes $5 or $20 a day, that money adds up. This is an investment that gives you hope because it proves you are able to build something that works while you sleep. But none of this matters if you missed the last investment. This one is the compass, the guide, the thing that brings all the pieces together. The seventh investment is your time system. How you use the hours you already have. You can make $30,000 a year or $300,000 a year, but if you don't control your time, you won't feel free. A time system is simple. A plan for your money, for your work, for your goals, for your rest. When you control your time, you control your life. Freedom isn't about quitting your job. It's about choosing how you spend your hours. A strong time system lets you make more, save more, relax more, and grow faster. This is the investment where everything finally clicks. Now, here's the twist. Most people never hear. Financial freedom is not one big move. It's not one magic investment. It's not one great stock pick or the perfect house. It's a stack, a system of simple investments that can work together. Cash freedom, index funds, skill growth, debt payoff, real estate, digital assets, time. When these 7 work as a team, they make you free. When even one is missing, you feel stress. This is why people with high incomes still feel broke. They never built the full system. But now you have a roadmap. You know the 7 moves, you know the order, you know the plan. Here's what I mean. It's easier to hear the word index funds, skills, time system, or real estate, but when you try to do them, life hits you with real problems. You can get tired, you can get really busy. Something breaks, or bills show up out of nowhere. Your job drains your energy. Your brain tells you, take it easy. This is the part where most people stop. But this is also the part where financial freedom is built, because the bridge is your freedom starts with one small move today. Let's build it together. I want to give you the part that almost no one explains, even though it's the thing that turns all 7 investments into real freedom. I'll call it the bridge. The bridge is the space between where you are right now and where you want to be. And that space is usually filled with doubt, fear, and a long list of things that make you want to quit. Where you learn discipline, habits, routines, and patience. The bridge is where you learn that small steps taken every day beat giant steps taken once. And here's the secret. Every investment you make becomes 10 times easier when you build a small habit around it. Not a perfect habit, not a long habit, a small habit. For example, check your accounts every Sunday for 5 minutes. Put $5 or $10 into an index fund each week. Watch one video about a new skill before bed. Write down one idea for a digital product when it pops into your head. Put an extra $20 on a card every time you get paid. Spend 10 minutes a day learning your local real estate market. These tiny habits feel like nothing at first, but they are the glue that holds your future together. Small steps build trust. Trust builds confidence. Confidence builds momentum, and momentum builds freedom. Now, I want to tell you something real. Most people never reach financial freedom, not because it is hard, but because they keep waiting for the right time. They wait for more money. They wait for a better job. They wait for a sign. They wait for things to calm down. They wait for motivation. They wait for January 1st. They wait for everything except the one thing that actually brings change: starting small today. The people who win are the ones who begin before they feel ready. They take tiny steps while they still feel scared. They learn while they walk. They make mistakes and keep going. They stay in the game even when it's boring, slow, or confusing. And here's the part that will surprise you. You don't need to have everything figured out. You don't need a perfect plan. You don't need to understand every detail. You just need to keep moving, because freedom is not one big moment. Freedom is the result of 1,000 small choices made over months and years. When you look back, you will see that the bridge, the slow part, the quiet part, the part you wanted to skip is the part that actually changed you. And that is what makes you free. If you found this helpful and you want more simple guides like this, subscribe.